So it's Friday, November 21st, I think. Well, don't quote me. Yeah, it's the 21st. Um, so this was my last week of chemo. It's now Friday, still weak. So really what it is like mentally, I'm okay for the most part. I have pep, I can function, I can read, I can do like those things. Although I do still need my nap occasionally. Um, but like, being more energetic in that sense is a little bit better. However, strength is the big issue. So, like your arms, your legs, they tire so easy. I went to the store to get almond milk, went to try some coconut milk, got some graham crackers and some saltines and grapes. And I usually, have my own bag. So I had my bag, filled it up, had a second bag because not everything fit in the first. But just walking out with that bag was like, it was heavy on my hand or my arm. And it shouldn't be. It's something that you normally, carry all the time when you go to the store, But for me, it's like 3 times worse. Like, it's just so much heavier. And then I get home and I'm like trying to lift it to put it on the counter. And like, that just took so much out of me. Going up and down the steps, it's really strength. It's like, you don't have that physical strength that you had prior to this whole, cancer bullshit. So the strength really hits you, and that's like what drains you so much. And that's why you feel like, at least for me, that's why I feel like shit half the time, because I'm just so weak. I can't, I have to go up the steps very slow. I go down them. It's frustrating, but, I'm hoping in the next couple weeks that I can actually regain some of that strength that I don't have right now. I'm planning on going into work, next week, which is the holiday week. And then after that, I have appointments galore that I have to deal with. So, which is good. I mean, I'm happy because everything's progressing and moving forward, so I'm very glad for that. But like the drain is just, it takes so much out of you. It really does. And you don't think about it right away until you're like moving. And like I can walk, semi fine, although I do wobble depending on how bad I feel. But it's funny watching me. I look like a drunkard. But anyways, going up and down the steps is what really, really kills me. Like going down isn't so bad, but going up is like the harder part. And, the bathroom is upstairs. The cats, to feed them, is upstairs. To do other shit is upstairs. Like you're constantly going upstairs, and it's so tiring. And now it makes sense why I'm like always so exhausted and feel the way I feel, because I have to constantly go up the steps. But there's nothing more I can do. It is what it is. Hi, pretty girl. My peanut. Roaming around. So, and now we have a kitty, Kaya, who's the mom to Treb, Ash, and Mim, who has cancer in her lymph node, and we're just trying to ease her pain and, get her to eat and make her comfortable. And poor girl, she's about maybe 18 years old, pretty much blind at this point. I'm pretty sure the cataracts in her eyes have pretty much blinded her. But I mean, she's great in the room. She knows where everything is. She knows where the litter pan is. She, goes. But still I feel really bad. But I know what she's going through. I understand the pain that she's got and the not wanting to eat, and been there, going through it. I also spent quite a bit of time today going through the keto recipe books that I have. So I have a shit ton of keto books, and I also have a few flexitarian, vegetarian books, which those I want to hold off on any recipes until after the surgery and see how I do, and eventually maybe build that up. But for the moment, before surgery, I want to make sure I stick with the keto because it really does help. It's weird because I don't go into ketosis, so I don't want to be losing weight. But all the foods that you make are just, they don't have the sugars in them, or what they have is more of a natural, artificial sugar that isn't, cancerous or harmful to your body like some of the stuff that's out there. So monk fruit is one of the sweeteners that I have. Love it. It's really good. There's another one which I can't even say the name of it, but it's also, I think fairly decent. It's used more, I think, for like cooking and baking and stuff like that. So, what are you doing, Peanut? Silly girl. Say, here's my Peanut. It's my Peanut. But yeah, so I've been going through the recipe books and, marking off the pages of the different things that I want to have so I can just randomly make them when I want to make them. Because I do have a book, an actual, like, cool book that I can do. I just never filled it up because I never really bothered putting recipes in it. Now I have a purpose, between keto and vegan or vegetarian, which is what the rest of my life is going to be, basically. Because I sure as shit don't want to get this shit back or have it metastasize. And there is always that risk. I do get it. Nothing's perfect or 100%. But even still, I want to make sure my diet stays correct and that whatever happens, I stay healthy. And that's like my primary importance at this point moving forward when it comes to like the food and stuff. Today I had a little bit of a sore throat, which a little odd, but I was out yesterday around people, and I didn't mask, so that could be part of it. I just have to keep an eye on everything. I don't have a fever though. I do check, so I am good there. But I got to make sure I get my water in and, all the normal other stuff. Like I said before, there's the aggressive treatment from the pharmacy in Tennessee for, the ivermectin with the cancer. I'm going through and making sure I take all those pills up until 7 days prior to the surgery. You're supposed to stop taking any supplements 7 days prior. So that's fine. So that works out. So that gives me a couple weeks of still trying to get, some help to reduce the tumors that are in there. But beyond that, let's see, is there any other craziness going on? Not really. Just normal shit, day to day, tired. Oh, I've been staying awake longer and not taking a nap so frequently. Like before I would take naps like 3-4 times in a day. Now, so far it's like one nap and then I go to bed, later. I might rest a bit, but I'm not really trying to nap. I'm just trying to do stuff and semi-stay a little active so that it, helps boost. But it's not easy. Believe me, it's really not easy. It's like, it takes a lot sometimes to just stay awake or to watch something or to do something or to play, a video game, whatever the case is. It's just, that energy just gets zapped so quickly. But again, I'm doing very good. I took one nap today. I took one nap yesterday. I've been fairly active. So I'm actually pretty happy, and I'm hoping I can build this up a little bit before Monday comes around. So being able to recoup for the weekend is a very, very good thing for me. So other than that, I think we're good to go at this point. So peace, so mo to be.